İşte Broxham. Ansel. Daniel Georgievski. A jogar com Bozanic. Georgievski. Austin. Cruzamento para o corte de Rugani. Alexandre no complemento. Bola para a Samoa. Que é só faltosa de Negro.
Cherry. Sandro. He's got the free.
Drifting in field there, Alexandro. Just drawing the foul. Promising position now. For Juve, you'd fancy Dybala to have a pop at goal here.
Eyeing up the possibilities, Paulo Dybala. This would be a left-footed option. Hernandez alongside him there. Referee happy that all is well in that Melbourne wall, joined by several black and white shirts of Juve. Dybala poised. Goalkeeper looked calm, and then in the final seconds wasn't quite sure whether it was dipping.
Yeah, Dybala almost finding his range there. Really good contact in the ball, really good whip and action on it. Can't quite get it up and down quickly enough to find the target, but certainly not his worst effort.
Ansel. Donachie. Ansel, born in Melbourne, boyhood Liverpool fan, the number 4 for Victory. Georgievski. Alhazi, good ball in the space here for Negro. Ben Kalfala. Donachie. Broxham. Full ball by Donachie, picked up here by Kosok. Cherry. Ganged up on youngster Cherry there. This is Austin. on by Alexandro.
Austin again, lovely ball into the box. Alessandro showing all his composure and experience, just to chest that back to the goalkeeper. No panic at all. There's Austin yet again on the left hand side, getting a decent ball into the box. And how's that for coolness?
Mitch Austin has only just joined the Victory for the new A-League season, which I repeat starts in October. Previously been with the Central Coast Mariners. He's actually born in England, in Rochdale, up in the north of England. His father Greg was a famous rugby league and rugby union player. But Mitch Austin left with his family, England, country of his birth, to arrive here in Australia as a 10-year-old. Ansel. He will pick out Austin on this occasion. Hernandez. Donaghy, time to go back to goalkeeper Lawrence Thomas. International Champions Cup in its 4th year, attracts a lot of the big name clubs from around Europe. Manchester United, Manchester City from England, Tottenham Hotspur from England, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid from Spain, Juventus of course are here. Matches played in the United States, in China, Australia, in 5 games in Europe as well.
I think for the more established teams it's also a chance to build up another core of support.
Yeah.
It's a money-making exercise for them. Players don't mind the travelling. Certainly for the younger players in the squad, great opportunity just to try and make a name for yourself.
Plenty of air miles, I think, when teams eventually, or in some occasions, suffer poor seasons. It's often used as an excuse, isn't it? Players who've travelled too far in pre-season. It's an easy excuse to draw upon. I think from a cultural point of view and chance to see a different part of the world, it is one that players enjoy.
Yeah, it is. I remember Howard Kendall at Sheffield United taking us to Malaysia for pre-season. The heat and humidity was absolutely intense. Why are we doing this, Howard? We're doing it for the cash, son.
Here's Asamoah. Lovely turn from the Juventus captain. It's a foul on Alexandro by Ben Calfala.
Yeah, he's doing more of a defensive shift, Ben Calfala, than he would perhaps like. You see Austin on the left-hand side getting a fair bit of penetration. But Ben Calfala coming back to help out his teammates, getting a bit frustrated with the UV players. Silly challenge, giving a free kick, a needless free kick away, which gives a chance for so many teams. They've always got quality delivery into the box.
It'll be Dibbler with the free kick. Krzyzewski, sort of header, didn't get clear of the danger area. Drops again here for Dybala. Kosov. First time shot. It was a really good try from Rugani.
Well, he took it so well that he looked so comfortable in that position, trying to get a finish, finding the post there, but met the ball so well, controlled it so well towards the goal. You think he played up front, taking it like that. Very calm, very composed, and very unlucky.
Lemina. Space opening up here for Kwadwo Asamoah. Make room for the shot. Negro defends well in the end.
Yeah, he's got past him a few times, Alessandro. Given Negro a few problems. Samoa as well. Two of them on the left-hand side.
The best of challenges from Dybala. Hand of apology to Ben Kalfala, the Tunisian international.
Yeah, Dybala just in the act of clearing the ball there. He just caught him in the instep.
Ben Kalfala there, the player of the season 2 years ago when the Victory won the double here in Australia. A dozen players and more left Melbourne Victory at the end of the last A-League season. Kevin Muscat is nowhere near to replacing many of those at the moment. That's why he's got so many youngsters in his squad today. The side coming under pressure with Sandro's cross. All the pressure taken off the defence by some alert goalkeeping from Thomas.
Yeah, it was a decent ball, but one that Thomas could read and come and take. Juventus playing with a wee bit more tempo in that move, but not enough pace on that ball to reach Dybala at the back post.
Donaghy. Ansel. Loose pass from Broxham. Not the normal captain of the Victory, Lee Broxham. Carl Valeri, who I'm sure will be chomping at the bit to play against. Two that he's come up against previously in his career. Valeri spent a lot of his time in Italy, played under Max Allegri, the Juventus coach at Grosotto. Also wore the colours of Sassuolo when they earned promotion to Serie A for the first time in their history a few years ago. It's too high for Cherry. It's not a good attempted clearance. Lemina with a shot, Cherry can't control, and then he's fouled. Mahazi made a real hash of an initial clearance, Mahazi, and it might have been costly. In the end, free kick for the Victory.
Well, excellent from Dybala on the right-hand side, getting it into Asamoah, linking up well with Alessandro. Eventually, when that ball's in the box, they can't quite get the one-touch control to set themselves for a shot.
Nick Ansell. Samoa better there of Negro. Particularly good ball trying to sink out Paulo Dybala. All about getting energy into the legs. I'm sure you've got some painful memories of pre-season, Andy. Players are different, and how they get that energy into the legs, how quickly they can get back into the rhythm, but it can take a little while before, I think they usually say 6 to 8 games into a season before you're fully match fit.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. It's good to get the muscles back working again. These pre-season games, you're just really looking for not just your fitness, but a bit of sharpness, your first touch control, how instant can it be? And certainly Austin looks as though he's starting the season well, looking very dangerous and very sharp.
Kevin Muscat, very impressed with Mitch Austin, his opening 34 or so minutes here.
I think, like most teams, the Victory are comfortable in possession. They play a decent style, but as we mentioned earlier, possession doesn't really mean much if you don't have any penetration, if you don't have any efforts at goal.
Here's Austin. It's a poor challenge by Rugani, who figured in all but one of the final 10 games of last season. Daniele Rugani, 21-year-old, turns 22 this Friday. Juventus have got high hopes that he's going to turn into a very, very good defender.
Well, I think it's always needless to give away a free kick in such a dangerous position. It's a free chance to get a quality ball into the box. So many goals are scored from set pieces like this. Rugani has to learn not to give away cheap free kicks like that. I think trying to impose his own authority, doesn't like any wrestling, players jostling for position here.
Quiet word with Maroney as Ben Calfala surveys the scene. Could have caught that, Neto, but he decided to get fists to it. Full kick here for the Victory.
Yeah, it was a waste of a free kick from Ben Calfala. As you say, it looked to be a comfortable take for the goalkeeper, as he did there, but he elected to punch it earlier.
Hernanes. Rugani. Dybala finding Sandro. Referee's whistle in evidence in favour of the Victory.
Yeah, I think it was Cherry inside the box, just pushed his defender to the ground, trying to make his way to the front post. I think that's where Juve can get a lot of joy. I think with Alessandro and Asamoah down that left hand side, you saw the foul there from Cherry inside the box. That's really where I think Juventus look dangerous.
Juventus players have already had a good look around Melbourne. They'll be staying in this fine city to play Tottenham Hotspur of England next Tuesday. Tottenham have got a couple of games as well here at the MCG. They play Atletico Madrid this coming Friday. Juventus players will be putting in the miles. They play in London on August the 7th against West Ham. And then they go to Australia. And the venue is Linz for a match against the German club Cologne. That match coming rather closer to the start of the Italian season.
Yeah, and they'll have all their big boys back who are getting an extended rest after the Euros. The closer you get to the start of the season, the more you want your big players to have game time.
Juventus begin the defence of their Italian title at home to Fiorentina on Sunday, August the 21st. This is Asamoah's cross. Juventus just getting something on that. It was crucial that he did.
Great ball from Asamoah. Lovely pace on it. Thomas, the goalkeeper, couldn't come from that, for that one.
Moroni. Lamina. Kosok. Dybala. Almost got it through to Kosok again. Paulo Dybala. Samoa doing something on that, but not enough to trouble the home side.
Yeah, no surprise to see Dybala check back onto his left foot once he gets to the byline. You see him here on the right hand side, just trying to hang that ball up to the back post. Just a bit too strong.
Really was a handsome return, Andy, of goals for Dybala in last season. His first with Juventus, 23 in all competitions when you consider the strength of Italian defences.
Yeah, excellent. And of course Juve, a team with such a proud history, got to the Champions League final just a couple of years ago and want to reach that sort of level again.
This is Cherry. Been too many saves at all, but that will certainly count as one, and go straight into the midriff of Thomas.
Well, it's good that Cherry did that. I mean, he didn't look for any support. He's on the 18-yard box, he's driving towards goal. He just creates half a yard of space for himself to have a pop at goal. It was good play.
Dybala's pass easily read by Negro. Good layoff from Barisha, then Carl Barisha. Victory's play rather getting too condensed there. Running back to Neto.
Yeah, that was a pity. They had so many men forward, especially in the wide positions. Had it gone there was enough bodies in the box to cause Juventus a problem.
Zanic. Georgievski. Chance to get a cross in here, but it goes short to Ben Kalfala. Again, that final ball just letting down the Australian side.
Yeah, you can see the amount of bodies that Juventus have back. So difficult to find a pass that is precise, that can give them the chance to get a shot away. I think Kevin Muscat will be reasonably pleased with certainly how much of the ball that he's had. Looked a real threat going down the left-hand side. on occasion down the right as well.
To the last minute of normal time of the half, the Japanese referee has signalled to the fourth official, Ben Williams. There'll be a minute of time added on, and Austin's cross, and Berisha almost scoring the opening goal, but no surprise to see the source from Mitch Austin.
Well, look at the ball that comes into the box here. As soon as it falls to him, Austin, one touch to control, doesn't even look, just get it into the danger area. And that's a really smart and clever move from Berisha, just half a yard away from his marker, and gets a header on target. Really unlucky not to score there.
Ben Calfano with the corner. Goes Broxham, pushing as he did so. And we're into that one extra minute.
Well, we should mention it was a decent save as well from Nito. The ball came in at some pace that when it was guided towards him with the head of Berisha, didn't have a lot of time to react, but kept it out.
Alexandro. Ansel. Bozanic trying to feed the run here of Negro. Held up well by Severin. The referee decides that will be enough for the first half here at the iconic MCG, the Melbourne Cricket Ground. The local side, the Victory, on terms here with Juventus. Much under strength. Juve side with a lot of their European Championship stars not here for this International Champions Cup game. A chance for Max Allegri though to see one or two of the young stars. The player who's caught the eye in the main in the opening half here has been Mitch Austin down the left for the Victory, who's crossed late into that half, almost providing the first goal for Berisha. Half-time though at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Melbourne Victory 0, Juventus 0.
Your face takes a beating from a lot of things. Your razor shouldn't be one of them. The Gillette Pro Shield has lubrication strips before and after the blades. Helps shield from irritation in a close, comfortable shave. Gillette.
In my hand are all the tools I will ever need to bet in play. I have the ability, the power to turn an ordinary game into an extraordinary game.
So, Miguel, now that's a beer with an amazing story.
In 1890, a bunch of fearless Spaniards crossed the seas in search of a dream.
Pretty soon, everyone in Asia knew how to say Salud!
And although their hearts belonged to Spain,
they always wanted to see what was beyond the horizon. Did they stop? It never crossed their minds.
How did the story end?
And
The story's just begun.
San Miguel, and the best is yet to come.
Oh dear. The TV's been relocated by someone livid about lousy exchange rates. Shame. Because wherever you're going in the world, FairFX have the right currency card for you. Get outstanding local exchange rates. And even top them up from your sun lounger. You know where you are with FairFX. So search for us or download the app now.
Hold tight. Open your head. Take a glass. Don't be scared.
The power of Boss. The scent. The new fragrance for men.
Who can claim this year's final major? The PGA Championship starts Thursday, live on Sky Sports.
Half-time in the International Champions Cup game at the iconic Melbourne Cricket Ground, the MCG, staging this pre-season football game between the local side, the Victory, and far from full-strength Juventus team. Mitch Austin has been a handful down the left-hand side for the Victory. Almost opened up an opportunity there for Berisha.
Yeah, I like his determination to get an early ball in, but of course Juventus weren't slow to show their quality. Dybala taking the corner on the right-hand side and eventually getting a ball into the box from Kosok, but I think he's been a bit frustrated, Ben Kalfala, but he got a good ball in here, and yet again Berisha getting into a good habit, getting to the front post. He might not always get on the end of things, but it's a really good habit to get into. I think this is where Juventus have looked strong, linking up down the left-hand side with Alexandro and Asamoah. Cherry and Dybala as a front pairing are giving the Victory a few problems. It's a quick feet that you can see here that causes some problems and allows Juventus to win a free kick. That Dybala was a bit unlucky, not quite in his range yet, but a decent effort, and we know he's capable from there.
Alexandro, as you mentioned, has been particularly prominent down the left for Juventus. Most of their threat has come down the left, but that ball from Kosok finding Rugani, and he hit the outside of the post with a really good effort.
Yeah, I like that effort, a lot of composure. Yet again you see Juventus being strong down the left hand side. A couple of options in the box there, poor clearance in the Victory there. Juventus can't bring it to anything, and when Rugani it was who gave away a cheap free kick, nothing happened from the ball that was played in, but eventually they got it in again and he took it comfortable. Here he is again, Austin hugging the touchline, waiting for the ball to come to him, and when it does, albeit from a rebound, one touch to control, and then that beautiful pace and curve on the ball, getting it into the danger area. He doesn't have to look up. He knows that Berisha will be in that position, and I thought he made a really clever run. In the end, it was actually a really good
Camarone. Lorenzo Coccolo qui a pu donner son ballon. Ça revient dans les pieds de Castanos. Et ballon perdu, Rachid Mahazi. Mitch Austin. Et Mitch Austin qui insiste et qui a pu trouver Scott Galloway. Guerria. Et la lutte de Jason Guerria et le coup de sifflet de Monsieur Kimura après ce contact avec Lorenzo Coccolo. Et le bon tacle Ballon qui va rester italien. Ah, c'est mal donné. Sur le côté, c'était pour Lirola. Et c'était un petit peu trop appuyé et un petit peu trop dans la profondeur également de la part de Maciek. Guerilla. Rachid Mahazi. Mahazi face à Padovan. Attention à ce ballon, il a failli être récupéré dans l'axe. Et cette fois-ci c'est le cas. Carlos Blanco Moreno s'est passé appuyé, la sortie d'Emile Odero. Salvatrice là, sur ce ballon passé appuyé de Carlos Blanco Moreno. Scott Galloway avec Mitch Austin. Austin insiste là-bas sur son couloir. Mitch Austin, qu'est-ce qui leur fait du mal à cette défense de la Juve, et Mitch Austin qui n'aura pas le ballon finalement. Ce sera un corner à suivre en faveur de Melbourne, mais ce Mitch Austin il est très intéressant. Un joueur Mitch Austin qui est né en Angleterre, qui a joué pour les Central Coast Mariners en Australie avant de rejoindre cette équipe de Melbourne. Mais il a du coffre ce joueur. Et le corner frappé par Pasquali, c'est bien capté par Emile Odero, on l'a entendu, il a bien parlé à sa défense. Odero. Allez, il va allonger. Tentative de déviation de la tête, il y a une faute, oui, signalée par monsieur Kimura. Rachid Mahazi, Scott Galloway face à Maciek, ballon intercepté mais récupéré par Galloway.
Which has produced just that one goal, and what a special goal it was from almost the halfway line. The most audacious and delicious chip from Carlos Blanco. Completely foxed Lawrence Thomas in the victory goal. Free kick against Rossetti.
Well, how often through the years have you seen Italian teams winning 1-0? They get a goal. Not that they're shutting up shop here, but there is a mentality of not giving anything away. I know that they had a poor pass back there from Moreno. It's typical of any Italian team to get a goal and keep a clean sheet.
Here's Maciek. The yellow card here for Mahazi.
Yeah, he just kept a hold of the shirt for too long there, Mahazi. Could have got away with a foul.
Rashid Mahazi, born in Melbourne, has an Australian mother and a Kenyan father. Galloway. Ingham. Foul on Guerilla. Struggling to make clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities in this game. Australian team. Seen plenty of the ball, but as we touched on in first half commentary, it's what you do with it. The danger certainly comes from number 11 Mitch Austin A little fortunate to get a corner out of that. Doesn't look very, very early in the pre-season for the number 11. Looks full of endeavour, ambition, fitness. Going to be a big player for the Victory in the forthcoming A-League season. Begins, I should remind you again, in October. Yes, as late as October. Should be Ordero's punch clear.
When Juventus tend to go man for man in their defending of corners, 1 or 2 or 3 just in front of the goalkeeper, but real responsibility and a focus in the mind to make sure your marker doesn't score.
Here's Moroni. Although he's one of the lesser known players in this Juventus squad, he's 26 years old, Luca Moroni. Joined Juventus when he was just 7, number 39, playing as one of the 3 centre-backs. Spent second half of last season on loan at Verona. This is Maciek's cross. Barrow, who got there ahead of Guerilla at the expense of a Juventus throw. Castanos will leave this for Chocolo. Pasquale, Valeri, Barrow, Galloway, Donachie. Guerilla nicely down the line here for Ingham. And here's a chance. Just coming under pressure. Austin unable to control the shot.
Yeah, really good ball into the box because it's a cut back, it's low. Austin does well to come off the touchline and get himself into the box. I think the only surprise here, Kevin, is that he doesn't manage to find the target. Slight bobble, maybe doing him a favour, trying to get him out of jail there, but he should have done better.
He was trying to open up the margin for error with a side foot shot. And that's decent with a side foot from Padovan. It may just have struck the outside of the post on its way past. Mahazi coming off, having picked up that yellow card. Another of the many teenagers out on the pitch now, adding to the ranks. 18-year-old Josh Hope, first senior appearance, first Tasmanian in 23 years to get an Australian Institute of Sport scholarship back in 2015. Actually hit the stanchion right behind the goal rather than the post.
Yes, a decent effort from Padovan. It's certainly the right idea to try and curl it beyond the goal.